Hello JP Group friends, welcome back to my rolling studio. I'm your host of this I'm the captain of this flight. I am currently touring the Dolomite Mountains in North Italy. I've been the host of now 2 different car aficionado groups where I'm researching the routes and I'm setting up the restaurants or hotels, and I'm kind of like the Sprechstalmeister of the pack. And my aim is to pass on to them the extreme joy of driving in these mountainous roads. I love a good track day, don't get me wrong. Racetracks are excellent in teaching us car feeling and car sensation and car control, but the Alps, these mountain roads, they just provide something extra. Every little curve and turn is new. Everything is based on skills in combination with intuition, and if you're lucky and there's not too much traffic, which we don't have this time of year, you can get into this zen flow, the zone where you feel you're flying or you're skiing or you're snowboarding or whatever reference you have. And that's what we're searching for. That is the Holy Grail within driving. We sense the car with the tactility of the steering wheels, and with the words of Niki Lauda, we feel the car with our asses. My company car on the first trip was 12 Cilindri, the magnificent latest edition of Ferrari's front engine 12-cylinder masterpiece, the 12 Cilindri. When they launched it, I think they had a laugh, because they must realize that customers all over the world, they can relate to Ferrari Amalfi, Ferrari Roma, Ferrari Portofino, Ferrari Maranello, whatever. But 12 Cilindri, it's like asking them to cut out their tongue. I'm just gonna tell you because I live in Italy, so I have like a fighting chance. 12 is the number 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's not 12. By all means, it's not 12, it's 12. And then there's the Cilindri. And the C in Italy is a cheeky little one. It can be an S or it can be a K, but in this case, it's like a ch. The sound is ch. You know it from ciao or farmacia, and now it's Cilindri, so it's 12 Cilindri. Well, never mind. That's been my company car for the whole first array of this journey, and I was driving it in the mountains for 3 full days, and it's obviously a magnificent car. Sensationally good brakes and a wonderful smooth gearbox and 800 plus horsepower, and what else do you want? And for this trip, I'm blessed with another company car, which is the Maserati MC20 Cielo. There's the chi sound again. The Cielo means sky, so it's the one where you push a button and the roof disappears and gives you a free view to the very thing, the sky. So, but now one of the guests on this trip would like to try the Maserati, and I of course hand over the keys with a smile. And before I do that, I ask him, what do you have to trade? What can you give me while you take my car? And guess what? I mean, it's almost like it's a sign from heaven, because I already wore the watch strap. He has a brand spanking new 992 GT3 with a manual gearbox. It's white and it's in a Martini livery, and I mean, it's one of my all-time dream cars. And he said, you can take my car if I can take your car. And it took me like a split second to say, yes sir, yes please. So here I am in the Dolomites. We're heading down, we're gonna head up in a little bit, and I'm driving a manual gearbox 992 GT3, which is just the quintessential driver's car, if you ask me. I have a 991 with a manual box myself. I have old Porsches, obviously, with manual boxes. I was never really keen on the Sportomatic. I certainly didn't like the Tiptronic. And even though I know with my rational brain that the PDK is a superior product, it's better in every measurable way, I just still, I belong to that church where we say, hail the manual gearbox. I have on my own car this metal emblem on the engine lid that says, save the manuals. And for me, it's like sort of a mission. It's like, like having a vinyl record and a gramophone vinyl record player in your home instead of Sonos. It's like, it's old school. On these trips, we use Google Maps for navigation, but I always bring with me these manual paper cards. They make me feel like Montgomery or some field marshal when I pull out my paper map. So I'm old enough to be admitting it. I am old school, and manual gearbox is old school. Modern Ferrari double clutch transmissions are just better. Porsche double coupling, it's just better. It's faster, it's better, it's less maintenance, and it's in every way just faster and better. But it doesn't provide that certain feel that a car with 3 foot pedals and a manual gearbox does. So here I am in one of the singularly most beautiful and most challenging pieces of road in Europe, driving my wonderful dream car. For you who never tried it, and for you who the perception of a 991 or 911 in any modern interpretation, a 991 or a 992, is what you normally see, which would be, I mean, in Denmark, I can tell you, 8 out of 10 992s are gray 4S PDK Cabriolet. So to meet one, which is a no sunroof coupe, is rare, and to meet one with a manual gearbox is ultra rare. Just the other day, just for my own orientation, I tried to access this big German site of used cars, Mobile, to find out how many 991s manual are there. There are 2,700 991s for sale on Mobile. 140 of them are manual. 50 of those are GT3 Generation 2 Touring, so you can rule them out. 40 of them are the 991T. You can rule that out. So we're down to like 45 pieces of traditional 991s with a manual gearbox. So it's pretty rare. Mine is red, which makes it uber rare, and it has no sunroofs and no park assist, which makes it like an extremely rare car. It's more rare than a Ferrari F40. So there you have it. And for me, it's like a choice. I enjoy the engine braking. I enjoy, patting the speeder with my silk stocking to just do this little boom boom sound. I really enjoy the manual interaction with the car. And driver's fascination, it's different. Different folks have different strokes, and some people really like speed. I like speed, but speed is a fleeting romance, and you quite quickly lose interest in speed. Once you've been doing 300 for half an hour, I mean, maybe 250, but then it kind of loses its glamour. Acceleration is definitely a thing. If you want to accelerate, you want a sports car which pushes you back in the seat, and the glove compartment opens up and all the stuff in it lands in your lap. That's great. But once you've done it 5 times, you kind of done it. Modern car with launch control, you tried it, you did it. Even though you might end up in a Tesla or something else horrible like an electric car, you will know that acceleration is like boom. I, as a motorcycle rider, know that, any motorcycle rider can out-accelerate any Ferrari. So, where's the allure in that? So for me, it's all about the interaction. It's about the walls. It's about the arm wrestling. It's about the chess game. It's about the erotic contact patches. It's about the intercourse with the car. The car says something, I respond. We have this debate. We have this kind of wrestle. And the more points of contact you have with the car, the better. This one has the sports seats. There are comfort seats, and then there are sports seats, and then sports seats, and then there are the racing seats. If I were to spec a car like this, I would take the racing seats, because I like a really strong hold and like a firm seat. But this one has the sports seats, which is great. I kind of tighten the seat belt, because when you do these roads, you spend half of your concentration capability on not ending out of the window. So a more racy chair really gives you like a surplus of concentration and more control of your car. But this is what it is, and I'm grateful for what I get. So that's what now the sign says Rolle, which means now we're moving upwards. I'm heading for one of the best alpine passes in the Dolomites called the Passo Rolle, and I did it the other day in a Ferrari 296. I did it last week in the 12 Cilindri, and now I'm heading upwards in my GT3 manual gearbox. I'm gonna twist this little knob and see what it says. Oh, normal, sport, track. Oh yeah, let's be track. Because then it slides a little bit over the rear tires. Oh, I love it. Oh, and it gives me that little flip. Any GT car, be it a GTS or even better GT3 or even a GT3 RS, or it could be a Cayman GT4 RS. They have this rustique feel to him. It's like every surface is covered in sandpaper, or it's made of wood, and I mean that in the most respectful way. It gives you this sensation that, I mean, you have to grab it and be a little rough. Oh, it's a wonderful car. Oh my God, the sound. I don't get to do the flip, the computer does it for me. I'd prefer to do it myself though, but that's the way it is when you're in sport. Oh, the steering is magnificent. Oh my God, this car. We're heading upwards and onwards. When I have these people on these trips, during breakfast I always tell them, move your seat further forward than you actually normally would. It may be counterintuitive, but try it. Put the backrest a little more high than you normally would. Bring the steering wheel as close to yourself as you can. The ideal is that your shoulders should be on the back of the seat, and you look down on your elbows and you have a 90-degree angle. Then grab the steering wheel the way it's meant to be grabbed. I mean, 2:45 or 9:15 or whatever you want, and then stay there. I mean, try to put your hands there in the morning and not let go. If you have a PDK car, it's easy. You either do automatic or you do manual with the paddle shift flaps. In this one, I constantly have to let go. That's part of the allure. But keep the other one in position, even when you do these 180 or even these 200-degree steers, because otherwise you might get lost in the steering wheel. And when I say it like that, it's because if you do like a combination of a left and a right and you let go of the steering wheel, there is a risk that you actually, just for a split second, forget where you are. And when you forget where you are, the wheels forget where they are. And then you might, you know, have to do overcorrections, which is just like a mess. So my advice is always to have one hand always in position, because then you never get lost. Then you know, oh, well, there's a little slide. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is like sex on wheels. Woo-hoo. Years ago on one of these Alp trips, one of the clients showed up with the magnificent 911R, and I was drooling and whining like a bitch, and he said, here are the keys, my friend, take it for a spin. And that gave me the opportunity to drive the quintessential 911 in a contemporary interpretation, the way that Porsche wanted to tell that story. And they continuously like to tell the story. They do the Sport Classic, they do the ST, they do the simplistic little, the T model, and fortunately, you can also get, not only in the Touring, but also in this one, the GT3, you can get the manual gearbox. I'm gonna do a little cheeky maneuver here. Sorry! Oh my God, it's just too good to be true. Oh my God, I am in heaven in more than one sense. I had the tagliatelle funghi porcini, which is a famous pasta dish in this region with the mushrooms of the forest. I had the local Lagrein Vino Rosso, just a little one because we're drivers. And now I'm in the Martini, the magnificent GT3 with a manual gearbox. Oh my God, the music of this is like a symphony of joy. I'm gonna leave you now because I'm gonna just lean back and enjoy this drive. But thanks a lot for watching, and thank you very much for this gentleman who let me have a trip in his car while he's having, I hope, a hoot in my car, because the Maserati MC20 is also a beautiful, wonderful, well-smelling mistress in high-heeled shoes and silk stockings. Oh my God, these cars just transcend any sort of description. Thank you for watching. Ciao, ciao.
Hey car friends, thank you for watching our new Show Me channel. Please stay tuned as we invite you to learn more about production at the factory and fitting and testing at our workshop. Join us when we go to fascinating places and events, meet and talk to interesting people, and first and foremost, get on board when we drive amazing cars. My name is Mads and I'll be your host and guide. Press the subscribe button and help us get this show on the road. Thank you.